Yeah, this wasn't the first time we was in this situation. We had been at $0 before with just like getting the food truck. We didn't have any money when we went and stepped and walked into this food truck that God said, go look at this food truck. And we went and looked, and then God said, you need to get this food truck. And we literally didn't have any money, but within 10 days we had $10,000, enough to pay the down payment on the truck and be able to come back with some more money. And that didn't just happen because that didn't just happen without any faith, without anything, without going through the struggles of asking people and going through the pains of getting no's and knocking on doors and going to every bank and people saying no after no after no after no, and then all of a sudden it happened. So this wasn't the first time we started with $0 with a goal of going and doing something and having faith that it was going to work out. So we had the faith and we took off.
Yeah, we weren't scared. So before we took off, we put on a sale, and it worked out great. Everybody that we hoped would buy, they bought, and everything was cool. So we came back to DFW because that's where all the clients were. We were in San Antonio at this time. So we came to DFW and we did what we had to do. We fulfilled our orders. However, in the middle of fulfilling our orders, our generator on our food truck stopped working, and the backup was in San Antonio. So we were like, scrounging around trying to figure out a way to make this work. So we called up a few friends. They allowed us to use their kitchen and their space, and so that's what we did. They had a deep freezer that we put all the smoothies in overnight, and we were going to deliver them the next day. However, the morning time, the smoothies were not completely frozen. We didn't really get alarmed by this because they were cold. So we were like, okay, they're not frozen, they're cold, it should be okay. This is in May, so it's extremely hot in Texas. So it was like really, really hot. Now we're on the food truck. The generator's not working, so the coolers aren't cold. So we're delivering all these packages all over DFW. And we thought, like I said, everything was going well. And on the way to California, we started getting text messages and emails saying that their smoothies were spoiled. And we were just distraught because we were already in Arizona. We were like in the middle of the desert by the time we got these calls. Because not all of them were bad. It was just some of them were bad. And we can't turn around. We're already, more than halfway there. So we keep embarking on our journey, and we assure these clients that we're going to fulfill your orders. We're going to replace everything as soon as we get established in California.
Yeah, so a 28-hour drive straight through from Texas to California in a food truck with no AC in May. It was crazy.
It was June by this point, but it was even worse.
It was so hot, but we made it because that's just who we are. We decided to go, so we went. We went because the food truck market in California was going so well. We're risk takers. God said jump, so we jumped. We're thinking everything's going to work out. God is going to show up just like He has always showed up. And sometimes it's the day of, but we always get what we need. So we got there, and it did. We had somewhere to stay. Things were working. We were making sales. We were doing what we needed to do in order to make it happen. And then...
Yeah, so we had a place that we had already planned out to stay at. It was a condo. It was by owner, because in California, that's the way to go. Honestly, I don't know who all is familiar with California, but lots of people own property, and so we were renting out. We were trying to rent out this condo by owner, and everything was going well. They pre-approved us. Our financials checked out. Everything was great. And then at the last minute, they started digging deeper, and they were like, so we've seen that you made all this money, as entrepreneurs, that's great, but how many of those sales came from Californians and how many came from Texas? All of them came from Texas.
0 from California.
So when we told them that, they were like, oh no, they got super nervous. and they felt like they were taking a huge risk on us, and we assured them that we weren't just out here blindly, that like we had, you know, this meeting, we have this person on our team, we're doing this, we're doing that, and they're like, sorry, none of your sales are from California, they're all from Texas. And we were like, but we ship, and they were like, nervous, no. So we ended up not getting the place. By this time they say no, we're already 3 weeks deep into California. So mind you, that's 3 weeks, 21 days, where we're literally staying in hotels and Airbnb, and it's summertime. So this stuff is expensive, like literally like $150 a night. So we're doing everything that we can. We had, you know, taken sales, pre-orders from people in Texas because we needed to go back and get the rest of our belongings. We only came down there with the food truck and, you know, basically anything that could fit in the food truck. So by this time, I mean, it was just like, whoa, it was a downer, because we needed a place to stay to fulfill these orders, not just the orders that people whose smoothies had spoiled, but now the orders that we have taken on the way to California as a pre-order. So we were like, we need a place to stay. We cannot, you know, produce anything out of a hotel room. So, because it wasn't a suite. We like I said, we didn't have money like that, so we did not have a whole kitchen suite. We're literally in a little one hotel room or an Airbnb with, like, a lot of them didn't have kitchens. So, anyways,
no place to stay and running out of money. And at one point, then we ran out of money. After we ran out of money, we don't have anywhere to go, don't have a place to stay, don't have any money. We decided to, now we have to live in our food truck or go back home. Being us, who we are, we decided to make a bed, sleep in the food truck, make it happen. We started trying everything. We couldn't work out of the food truck at this point, so we decided to rent it out. So we rented the food truck out, had somebody use the food truck. It came back, they messed up a couple parts on the food truck, so now we have a damaged food truck back, but we did have enough money to stay in a hotel for a couple nights because of the money we made from them. So we're still trying different ideas. We're trying to make edibles. Marijuana is legal in California, so we use that opportunity to try to make edibles. We tried using the food truck again. We partnered with some people, had them come in and cook, and we were running the food truck, and we went out and we bought all this food, and we made $30-$40.
Like
nothing. So that didn't work.
That even put us in debt.
Yeah. So now we're continuing to try different ideas, but nothing's working. God isn't coming through. We're continuing to try ideas, and everything that we're trying isn't working.